Imagine that you just got a diagnosis from a doctor who tells you in so many words that I think you've got a couple of years. And I can't guarantee that they're not going to be very painful, frightening, scary years for you. And right now, as I look at the medical evidence, chances are you're going to die from this disease. Now, imagine that 5,000 people come to your doorstep the next morning and tell you that we won't let you go through this alone. That's what the walk is. That's the message that the walk gives to everyone affected by AIDS.
One step, that's all it really takes. One step forward. One step, feel the difference it will make. Taking one step forward.
Thank you for coming and welcome to the AIDS Action Committee's second annual Pledge Walk for AIDS Care and Services from All Walks of Life 87. And there's one very special person that we want to talk today. Those of us who have been in contact with her at the AIDS Action Committee are touched by her courage, her strength, and her loveliness. She is very special to all of us, and her name is Elizabeth Ramos.
You know, someone asked me one day, what's the AIDS Action Committee? And I started to say the AIDS Action Committee is this building up on Boylston Street. But the AIDS Action Committee is not a building. The people are the AIDS Action Committee. Everyone here, everyone that pledged, everyone that helps in the volunteer services and everything, that is the AIDS Action Committee. I want to thank you that without the AIDS Action Committee, and I mean all of you, I don't know what I would have done when I first started. I don't know what my kids would have done. My 7-year-old wanted to be here to thank you himself personally, but I left him home because it was going to be too warm for him out here. But when he wants to thank, he took $4. He was my first pledge, him and my other son. They took their allowance and gave it to me and said, here, Mommy, this is for your walk. You know. So Chris, honey, and Matt, you know, thank you very much, and thank you, all of you. And I hope this continues to work so that a couple of years from now, nobody's kids have to go through this. Thank you very much.
And celebrate.
I'm here because I think the only thing I can actually help right now is support the people and that have AIDS or are either infected. And I think since it's the only thing I could do, I raise money and I'm showing them that I do care.
I know somebody who has AIDS, and I want to help. I want to help them, and I want to help other people not to get it because it's really a terrible disease, and I don't want to see anybody else getting it.
And for what you mean, I look out in this audience here and I see people from every different background and every different walk of life. And they're all going to be walking down the streets of Boston with one real message in their heart. And you know what that message is. We're all in this together. We all mean something to one another. We're all trying to do everything we possibly can to assist one another. We have to put every kind of difference we possibly can aside to find a cure for this horrendous kind of public health issue.
And I think people are going to see this and realize that it does affect all of us, and it's not just a gay issue, and that we should all get involved because it's for everyone, you know.
Well, we chose to get involved both as an insurance company and as an employer, Deb. We think it's extremely important because AIDS is probably the most dangerous health hazard that has come into this country in many, many decades. And as an insurer of both life and health insurance, we have a tremendous business interest in this. But beyond that, we have a humanitarian interest as well on behalf of our employees and on behalf of the entire Boston community.
As a staff member of the AAC, I think what this most means to me is looking back over the last 4 years and realizing that a mere 3 to 4 years ago, there were like a handful of people who cared about AIDS and about people with AIDS. And when I look around today and I see the incredible numbers, the incredible variety, the wonderful people who are here, kids, adults, old people, families, gay men, gay women. It's staggering to me. Makes me very happy.
I'm here because a friend of mine died of AIDS just recently, and I just found out about it. And I said for her, I would do this and to help all the other people who have AIDS.
I sing with the Boston Concert Opera, and our first violinist played with us in Porgy and Bess in Symphony Hall on a Sunday and was in the hospital on a Monday and died 10 days later. And those kind of shocking things really hit home. What the walk itself has meant to me was, among other things, aside from the pleasures of today, taking the opportunity to sensitize other people by raising money.
I think looking back from last year, it's wonderful seeing so many people that are involved. The walk has given people a lot of opportunities and a lot of different ways to participate. You know, either people are out here walking or else they've sponsored their friends who are out here walking. And you know, it's not only just one step forward, it's a lot more than that for all of us. And it's just wonderful feeling the support and realizing that everyone is jumping in.
One step forward, take just one step forward. One step, find the courage that it takes to take one step forward.
Don't be afraid all alone, facing the unknown path with me. One step forward.
Oh, now it's clear, it's time to end the fear.
Love is near.
One step forward. One step forward. Take just one step forward. One step, find the courage that it takes to take one step.
All of us. There are really three things that have to be done, not just here, but all across the country, and certainly with strong national leadership. The first is to put some resources into looking for a cure, and that's got to proceed just as strongly as possible and as quickly as possible. Secondly, we've got to provide the broadest possible public education. People have got to understand, have got to know what to do, how to do it, where to get help. And thirdly, we're going to have to care for a lot of people who are going to get sick. And it's a sad and tragic and very expensive proposition, but these are human beings, they're fellow citizens of ours, and they deserve care and help at a time when they're afflicted with one of the most dreadful diseases that we've ever had in this world of ours.
I think it's about time that we faced up from the President of the United States to the President of universities and everyone else who has an important role of being spokesman in the public arena to draw attention of the world to the fact that action is needed. We must, in all honesty, not only have education, but we must do everything we can to assist the research that's going forward. It may very well be that this is the worst thing to happen to the world since the bubonic plague. With the millions of people across the world now being affected, it's time that every important leader in the society made a clear position. So I'm here with my two young children and my family to walk today and to try to sort of set a standard that we hope all the college presidents of the country will follow next year.
KISS 108 has a long-standing tradition in the city to provide complete services for the city, and this is one of the services that is greatly needed. And we're all in this together, and we're all supporting one another, and we're here to help those who also are helping us.
Join us. This has been a really good thing for Lotus, not just a good thing for the people here and the people for whom we're raising money. It's a good thing for Lotus. I've heard people who last year didn't contribute, who this year are contributing, who said, gee, that's a great thing. We're really proud of Lotus. We're proud that we're doing this. And I think it has a good effect.
And my message to the company, we back up and we get all these people. These people here are no different than people at other companies. That the type of people from Lotus who are here working together are the same as employees in other companies that would like to have their companies sponsoring them. So next year, other companies in Massachusetts join us in sponsoring the walk.
One of the things that the gay community has done in terms of dealing with the issue of AIDS is it is really moving people away from looking at me and recognizing that this is a disease that is not about gay people, it's not about straight people, it's not about black people, it's not about white people, it's about humanity. And it's truly moving people back towards caring, saying that yes, I am my brother's keeper, And if we're going to survive this awful disease, we're going to have to fight it together.
This has so little to do with fundraising and everything to do about creating a healing, positive event where people who are so filled with anxiety, 5,000 of them that are walking today, trust that someone will be there for them. That's what this event does. Tells them if something happens, first, let's educate you so nothing does happen. But if something happens, we'll be there for you. You can count on us. And that's what we said today.
Nobody is an expert in this sickness, with the exception of the people that have it. So they are the only people that know the anxiety and the desperation and the anguish. The only thing we can do to help them is to offer our health that is here and work for them and try really to let them feel that there is hope, always is hope for everybody. En español, tenemos que unirnos, tenemos que hacer algo no solo por los latinos, sino por todos nuestros compañeros aquí de Boston.
I see it now. These are all strangers to me. I've never met them before in my life, and yet they want to help me and try to make the last few times that I have left a lot easier. And it just reaffirms what I say all along and what I've learned. People care for each other too much. You know, it's too much love. Let's put it this way, God's love within us is just coming out now. We were scared there for a little while and people didn't want to be too friendly, but it's all coming back out now again, you know.